welcoming on, though, friend of mine from Barstool Sports, former VP of football operations. I thought it was football operations, but it is former. I just looked on the Twitter.
Still
Trust the data. Content over at Barstool Sports. And the biggest of it all, Tampa Bay Buccaneers super fan, Steven Cheah. Steven! Cheah, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. How are you feeling?
What's up, boys? How we doing?
Doing great. How are you feeling for this game this Sunday coming up?
Can I turn this camera sideways? Does that mess everything up?
Oh, that would be amazing.
That is beautiful right there.
Okay. Tough.
Perfect tilt right there.
That's perfect right there.
I'm feeling good. 6-point dogs. We're healthy at the right time. I'm glad that we played the Lions early this year. I mean, we got our butts handed to us in Tampa, 20-6, week 6. I think the keys to the game are third down. You guys were 9-16 on third down in week 6. It was unstoppable. I mean, who was it? The Jameson Williams touchdown, that was on 3rd and 10, I think. So if we can stop you guys on third down, I feel pretty good. Our young defensive line actually had a pretty good day against, your guys' very good offensive line. So I feel good about that. Kalijah Kancey had one of his better games this season. Yaya Diaby showed up. Joe Tryon got a couple pressures. So I'm hopeful. Do I think we're going to go in and win? I mean, we are 6-point underdogs. That being said, we're a hot team right now. 6 of our last 7 games have been wins. So I'm hoping to make that 7 of 8.
I mean, and to be honest too, like if your guys' roster, you guys have so many guys that are just from that same Super Bowl team, even on defense, ton of Super Bowl players. So it is kind of, in my opinion, going into this game, it's a chance to go to the NFC Championship game. So all players there that have vets, and we haven't been in that position yet. First, I want to start off with this real quick, Cheah. Outside looking in, and I think I asked you this question last year about Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. Outside of the game and everything, though, just the regime that you see. I know there's been like a lot of changes here in Detroit when it comes to like first playoff game and win in 30 years. What is kind of your outside look on this Lions team? Not even just because I've had this whole the Booner Pat thing to where it's like I think the next 4 or 5 years you can see this Lions team at least win a Super Bowl, if not maybe go take a shot at a couple here. Is that like the outside view from Tampa Bay fans or other NFC fans that are, hey, this team's legit for the next few years?
I mean, win at least one Super Bowl. I mean, let's not put the cart before the horse here. I mean,
come on.
You guys get your first playoff win in like 23, 24 years. Let's see if we can move.
Confidence over here, Cheah. I'm trying to have some confidence. Sure.
I mean, hey, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, they've drafted really well, and the champions are built through the draft. So if you look at that, I think they're good. I think they have a pretty rock solid foundation. If I'm being as objective as I can, I think, or maybe this isn't objective, I think these rosters are fairly equal, like position by position group. Like quarterbacks, like certainly Goff has a more decorated resume. Him and Baker both number 1 overall picks. He's had more success. He's been to a Super Bowl, put 3 points in a Super Bowl. I don't think as a Bucs fan, and maybe correct me if you guys are wrong with Lions fans, these are both quarterbacks that could throw for 350 and 3 touchdowns, or both of them could have a dud game.
Yeah,
that's a great point.
That certainly is a worry. Running backs, I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, I'd give the edge to you guys there, but Rachaad White is absolutely no slouch, and Chase Edmonds is a solid backup. Receivers, you guys have very good receivers. I would give that to us. Mike Evans is probably going to be a Hall of Famer. Chris Godwin, a very, very good number 2 receiver. Amon-Ra St. Brown is awesome. I'm a huge Sun God fan. Tight ends, I would tip towards you guys, but Sam Laporte is hurt right now. So what can he really do? They played a lot of 12 personnel, 2 tight ends in the first matchup. Are they going to do that again? Offensive line, your guys' offensive line really, really good. Penei Sewell, obviously first team All-Pro. Tristan Wirfs, one of the best tackles in the game. He moved from right tackle to left tackle. He's had a great year this year. I would give the edge to you guys in the offensive line, but our offensive line is good too.
Yeah.
Defensive line, you guys have some blue chippers for sure.
Probably give it to you guys though. You guys have some studs on that defensive line. That front 7 is nasty.
Yeah. I mean, Aiden Hutchins obviously number 2 overall pick, but we've got some guys there. The current regime, Jason Light, has invested a lot of capital in the defensive line, whether it be Kalijah Kancey, Yaya Diaby has turned into a real dude this year. Joe Tryon is starting to come on. Logan Hall was basically a first-round pick. I think it was the first pick of the second round. So the Bucs have guys there. Linebackers, similar, like Alex Anzalone, like really good playmaker for you guys. Lavonte David, 12 years strong with us, and we've got some guys rotating in. So I think corners and secondary might tip a little bit towards us, but again, it's a close matchup when you look overall. The one thing I'd point out, and the one big difference, and this matters in the playoffs, is the kicking game.
Oh, yeah.
Now
we haven't talked about
you
that
guys
yet.
That's second kicker. Yep. Badgley, right?
Yep.
Badgley. Yeah. So we got our kickers missed 2 field goals this year. Both of them were blocked. So he's very good. Chase McLaughlin. He's got range out to the high 50s. He's at 257 yarders this year. That's going to matter in the playoffs. So if your guys' kicking game is straight, then you guys are the favorite and are expected to win. I think this is a coin flip game, if I'm being honest. I would not be surprised at all if we won. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys won, but I think it's going to be a much closer game than it was in the regular season. A game that I came out of being like, wow, we got our butts kicked, but I can't wait to see them again because I would love to play this team again.
That's fair. So, Steven, my name is Matt Broder. Nice to meet you, and thanks so much for joining us. What has been the biggest difference since Week 6? I know the Lions fans feel like we have a new team where there are a lot of players missing, but the Bucs, you guys are playing so much more inspired football. What has been the difference?
Yeah, I think we're just really healthy right now. And also it's a new offensive system. The offense is kind of getting on the same page. And I think we're healthy. So a big key in Todd Bowles' defense, something that he's wanted to do is have his defensive tackles really healthy, able to stunt. Kalijah Kancey, I believe it was his first game. Maybe it was his second game against Detroit.
It's the Lions, yeah.
Or no, it was the second game he played in the season. Never played like 10 snaps before re-injuring himself. So it was his first full game. He played great. Yaya Diaby has really come on. I think he had 7.5 sacks this regular season. So we're getting really healthy. A guy who played really, really well last week, Zion McCollum, showed position versatility. He played corner. He played nickel. He played a bunch of snaps at safety. He's the guy who has the highest ever relative athletic score, 99 overall. Just freak athlete in every possible way. He's really started to come on. He had an issue with tackling early in his career and covering. He's now doing a really good job covering and tackling. So I think we're just healthy and we're kind of peaking at the right time. The defense has really gotten into a good, not stride, but we're in a good. We've been playing pretty well. I think the one exception is the New Orleans Saints game a couple weeks ago. I think that was a really good wake up call. So I don't think that we're on a trajectory to get run out of the building. So I'm happy we won 6 of our last 7, and we've been playing really good football. And the offense is finally, if we can convert in the red zone, stop you guys on third down. We sacked Jared Goff 3 times in the first matchup.
Yep.
I think that's a key number. I think if we can disrupt Goff, sack him 3 times, I think we win this game.